And you alluded to the target being clear by the manifesto. The only name in the manifesto is Kash Patel. He cites Kash Patel.
He leaves him out.
Which he says he's not, Kash Patel's not a target. Right. He does say, and I want to apologize for using this language, but he does say, quote, "I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes," unquote.
First of all, that's outrageous. I mean, there's a lot of other things you could have referred to. This guy is a hater. He hates Trump so much he wants to kill him.
Is he talking about Trump in that?
You're going to have to ask him that. Okay. I don't really care.
So let me ask you a question. President Trump has now horribly been the target of 3 assassination attempts that we know of.
Right, that we know of, exactly.
There's obviously a lot of incendiary language out there, horrific language out there. I just quoted from some of it from the alleged shooter who didn't get that from nowhere. That's a lot of crazy people saying a lot of horrific things. I want to play Tucker Carlson, your former colleague at Fox, last month talking about the president. Okay.
Here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist? Well, who knows?
That seems incendiary too, no?
Look, you know, the whatever Tucker Carlson says is not relevant to me right now. I really don't care about what he says. All I care about are the facts, the evidence, and what I can prove. All of this other stuff is noise. What we've got is a president of the United States. He is literally being targeted. He is being hunted. And our job and the job of everyone in law enforcement is to protect that president. I don't care what people on the outside say. I disagree with them entirely. But what we cannot do, Jake, we cannot blame the victim. We cannot start saying...
Oh, I'm not blaming the victim.
Right. And I don't want other people to blame the victim either. And that's what this is about. This is about people who are so above and beyond their skis that they think that they can discuss all kinds of issues that have nothing to do with them and that are creating problems for people like the president.
What is your response when you see these deranged conspiracy theories on the left and the right saying that this was staged? And again, let me say,
yeah, I saw that.
I was in the room. It was not staged. This was legit. I'm not trying to give credence to it. But there's a lot out there about that. What do you think when you see it?
Well, what I think is that people don't know what they're talking about. And that's why it's so important for this administration and for me, for the Department of Justice, Todd Blanche. We got these videos out, Jake, as soon as we could. We went into that detention hearing and we put evidence on the record after the detention hearing so that we could be transparent, so that you could see the videos, you could see the evidence, you could see what we knew we already had. That's what we're about. We're about proving the case. All of this other stuff is nonsense. Sometimes I think people just waste their time. Follow the evidence, follow the facts, and that's where we are.
But
I find it very strange that Jake will try to push her in order to get something out of her about Tucker Carlson and his rhetoric against Donald Trump. Obviously, there is no rhetoric from Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is someone who is speaking the truth. He's America first. But Jake, he's a sellout. Man, this guy is a sellout. What he's trying to prove there by playing that video clip from Tucker Carlson is beyond me. But I think he was trying to establish something against Tucker Carlson and what he's saying against Israel. I think that's where Jake got triggered, or maybe his boss got triggered, and he told him, hey, you need to smear Tucker Carlson. You need to portray him as the anti-Semite, as someone who is potentially complicit in violence against the president of the United States. I think this is where it was going. Unbelievable.
What Tucker said, another former colleague of yours, Jonah Goldberg, says that to him, and I'm paraphrasing here, what Tucker said about the Antichrist is more incendiary than what James Comey posted on Instagram. While not defending what James Comey posted on Instagram, do you see Jonah's point?
You know, I'm really not here.
Well, one more time, he's pushing this lady, Jeanine Pirro, pushing her over and over again, trying to get something from her against Tucker Carlson. Wow, unbelievable smear campaign against Tucker Carlson. I mean, the president is responsible for his action. The guy who did this horrible thing should face accountability for what he has done, not for what Tucker Carlson said. This guy should face the justice without implicating other people in this. For goodness sake, Jake Tapper, this is a propaganda piece. Come on.
Political pundit anymore. I'm here as a prosecutor.
You can see that she's pushing back against Jake, his propaganda. She's pushing it back. I'm just here for the evidences, and I'm here for the proof and nothing else. I don't care what Tucker has to say, and she is right. Why would anybody care about what Tucker said, that Jake Tapper thinks can be used against Tucker for this violent act of that lunatic? This is insane. Jake is a complete sellout. CNN is a sellout to those Zionist masters. Subscribe for more videos, guys.